Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa Ellen Arianis, T.E.A, and this is Tea Time Adventures on YouTube. What do I have for you today? I have an EveryPlate delivery, and it has been a hot minute. In fact, the last time I got a delivery number 12, was the first week in March. And that was just a little too close to Easter because there was so much food at Easter. I still got huge chunks of ham that I froze. And I'm just starting to think about what can I do with it, trying to use what you have in your pantry. And that last delivery, I actually pre-packaged up and threw it all in the freezer. And we just finished it this week. So it went into the freezer around March, and it's just coming out and being in use the last week or so of May. And then I used a very small roast. It was only like 1.5 pound roast. And then I used one of their ranch steaks, and I had a bunch of leftover potatoes, carrots, onions, and I made a big stew. Now that's going to last us for several days. And now I have another EveryPlate delivery. So what enticed me was it was just about time to try something new. And what really got me was this recipe. And it's called Hawaiian style Loco Moco with caramelized onions and fried eggs. I'm all, what the heck is that? But it looked really good. So it comes with onions, sesame seeds, beef stock concentrate, jasmine rice, soy sauce, ground beef, garlic powder, barbecue sauce, scallions, cornstarch, and Worcestershire sauce. Thank goodness they provide the Worcestershire sauce because I don't have that here. I'm supposed to supply salt and pepper, eggs, cooking oil, ketchup, sugar, and butter. And it just looked really intriguing. So you've got the I don't know if I'm supposed to make a beef patty. Yep, I'm supposed to make beef patties. So you wash the produce, you make the rice, you caramelize the onions, you make beef patties, and then you make, like, I guess, a little stack so that it comes out on top with the fried egg on top. So rice, beef patty, barbecue-y type sauce, scallions, and a fried egg. Thought, well, that sounds interesting. I had never seen that before. I know that there is some restaurant here in town. I believe it is a franchise, a chain that serves Hawaiian style food, but it's way out even past our Costco, which is about 7 to 10 miles away. So I haven't really eaten there myself, and thought, well, let's try something new and interesting. So that's what actually got me to get this box. Now, the other recipe in here is a variation of a tried and true favorite in this household, and it is a soy ginger noodle stir fry with bacon and cilantro. We've had it with ground pork before, we've had it with chicken before. It's a variation of a theme of their, lo mein noodle type of thing, and we just love this. And I've made it on my own before, but this was kind of what rounded it out. And the last one, it maybe seems like a no-brainer, but I never really thought about putting barbecue beef in a quesadilla before. So they provide the onion, the ground beef, the barbecue sauce, Dijon mustard, which will go on his but not mine, sweet and smoky barbecue seasoning, flour tortillas, and cheddar cheese. And I've always got like no carb, low carb tortillas here and Mexican blend shredded cheese, so we could pad it out a little bit, make it a little more substantial. Yeah, but it needs salt and pepper, cooking oil, ketchup, and mayonnaise. So that's all it is to that, and that's why I decided to get it, and that's what's in our box. Of course, it always comes with the deal, give somebody a free box, $75 worth. So if anybody's interested, I can give you the code on the back, or there'll be a link down below in my description box. But we've always got these big recyclable, and you can see it's been sitting out here, but most of this is pretty solid still. There's a little squishiness in the corners, but the main part of it is still cold, so they do take care of it very well. There's no worry about food contamination or losing its temperature. My goodness, what do we have in here? They've decided to do it a little bit differently. They used to contain a small wooden box with handles. There's the other one. That's weird. Okay, so we've got the ground beef, we have more ground beef, and we've got the bacon. So it gives you about 4 ounces of bacon and 8 ounces of 1 ground beef, 80% lean, 20% fat. There's only 8 ounces in that one. I'm betting that's for the Loco Moco. And then 10 ounces of ground beef, also 80-20 for that recipe. Yes, there is that. So we'll put that down there. Sorry for the leaning over. Usually their produce stuff, as I fling stuff down below, is usually not in a paper bag. Now I've heard that their mother company, HelloFresh, puts stuff in a paper bag, but they usually come in a little cardboard thing. Well, I just lost an onion. You all know what an onion looks like. Here's the second onion, just in case you wanted to know what that looked like. We have some sesame seeds. I'm betting this is the cilantro. We have a bulb of garlic. We've got the cheddar cheese. I'm sorry, that's not going to be enough for 2 quesadillas, so I'm definitely going to be patting mine out with the shredded Mexican cheese that I have in the refrigerator, like multiple pounds. The Dijon mustard that will go on his quesadilla, not mine. Now they have given us what looks like 2 very large quesadillas, so I don't know if it's 1 per person, or if you smush it all out over that and you have a top and a bottom and then you cut it in half. I'll have to look at the directions, but those are pretty, big burrito size tortillas. I wouldn't, they've got to be probably more than 8 inches across, possibly 10. So we have that. Now I haven't gotten tortillas, I don't think, from them before. Now, okay, the garlic wasn't protected in anything, and it's juicy, and it's dripping on me right now. It seems a little squishy too, but I do have ginger paste in the refrigerator as well. We've got the lo mein noodles, the jasmine rice. This is about 3/4 of a cup, so that's just enough for, by the time it puffs up and absorbs all the water, that's just enough for putting the patty on top of that. We have the coleslaw mix, which is going to go into, it's green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots. Got to cook that down really good, so we have that. It's only about 4 ounces. You don't need that much for the lo mein or the ginger soy thing. Let's see. I did get an extra. I'm not sure why. I think I had another recipe in my cart that I wanted to buy extra Parmesan for, but then I ended up changing it out. So I bought an extra like $2 packet of like Parmesan, and I've got a huge chunk of Parmesan in there, so don't ask me. I don't even know what I do anymore. Oh, here's another thing of Parmesan. That there must be Parmesan that goes with something, but I bought extra Parmesan for a reason. So yeah, here's like 3/4 of an ounce. So we've got a bunch of Parmesan. Here's the green onions, scallions, whatever you want to call them. The sweet and smoky barbecue powder. We have the garlic powder. I like that they give you the spices. We do have cornstarch for thickening. We have beef concentrate, chicken concentrate. I do actually have better than bouillon jars in the refrigerator, so I do have chicken and beef in there. They do provide you with some soy sauce, lots of soy sauce apparently. So we've got packets of soy sauce, more soy sauce, a little thing of ponzu sauce, but I have an entire bottle of ponzu sauce. I do like ponzu sauce. What are you? It's very hard to see sometimes. Oh, barbecue sauce. Probably barbecue sauce. A lot of barbecue sauce. So we've got a bunch of packets of barbecue sauce. So that's it. That is my EveryPlate delivery number 13. And I actually got an excellent price on this. Why? Because someone named Eric, and I don't remember, they just give you the initials of the last name. And I don't recognize the email address, but somebody by the name of Eric decided to use my code to go for a free box. I'm not aware if this is somebody that has just been able to find my code by going through YouTube and signed up for it and then decided not to get it. or if they really are a subscriber. I have no idea who this person is, but thank you, thank you, thank you. That gave me $30 credit. And so this was just under $58 for the 3 meals, minus the $30 credit. And so I didn't have to pay all that much for 3 meals for 2 people. So that is the 4th person that has signed up under me, and I don't recognize any of their names. So just like I signed up under FabFit Mom, I think, and she's Christine. She has a huge channel that does a lot of cooking and sports and family-oriented things and money-saving tips, etc., etc. So that's who I got my original code from. So yeah, if you're interested, EveryPlate, there's a $75 value. Redeem at everyplate.com for a free box. If somebody wants the code on the back of it, let me know. I'd be happy to supply it. And I am looking forward to this. BBQ Beef Quesadillas, obviously once I make it and figure out how they do it, I won't have to do that one again. The Hawaiian style Loco Moco. I've only got, I believe, 1 subscriber, possibly 2, that are actually in Hawaii, so you'll have to tell me, a surfer, if you're watching, and I'll tag him just to see if he'll watch and let me know if that really is something that's a Hawaiian dish. So, it just says Hawaiian inspired, so we'll have to wait and see. But that is my EveryPlate number 13 for June of 2025. The last time I got it was box number 12 was the first week of March, and before that it was the second week of December 2024. So I am stretching things out. I don't get it every week. Just for something new and different to spark interest in food. But I am trying to use what's in my pantry. I'm making rough meal plans to use what's there, to check the ads to see what's on sale, because the food is skyrocketing. There was one week that for a 2-week supply for 2 people, it was over $300. This is Santa Barbara, California. And that is huge. Usually it might be around 200, but with a lot of things changing in the global economy, prices are skyrocketing. This is even above and beyond what it was at the beginning of the global medical unrest, as we call it. So yeah, I have to do what I can to save pennies and coupons and meal plan, use what I have, see what's on sale. And this was a good deal when I found out that I got $30 in credit, and I'm all, okay, let's try for something new. And I waited a couple of weeks until there was a menu that was worth sampling. So thank you so much, everyone, for visiting with me today. I truly do appreciate it. To my tried and true subscribers that come back over and over again, I love you, I love you, I love you. For those that are new on the bus, thank you so much for subscribing, whether you've come to me from another channel or a collab. I hope there is something in the playlists that you find interesting enough to come back for more. And for those just driving through to check me out, I hope I've amused you for the small amount of time that we're here. So thanks, everyone. Have a good night, and please take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. And I'll see you around the net. Bye.